It's hard to
okay,
imagine.
you keep mentioning the Robin Hood shared universe, and here's the thing: King Arthur makes perfect sense for a shared universe because you got the Knights of the Round Table; they can all have their own movie, just like the Justice League and Avengers. You got
Mhm.
Merlin; that it makes perfect sense to do a King Arthur shared universe.
You could get
Who
away with
the fuck do you have for a Robin Hood shared universe? Where do you go from Mary Magdalene the movie? What the fuck?
you mean it's Maid Marian.
Maid Marian, yeah, I fucked it up. Yeah,
Well,
like what the
no,
fuck's
what
she gonna do?
wait, Ian, you're saying you don't want a Little John movie?
Yeah.
That's like, come on, Little John, we've got to save Maid Marian. What? We've got to save Maid Marian. What? We've got to save Maid Marian. Okay.
Okay. Oh, Chappelle Show references never get old. No, like seriously though, like it's just where the fuck do you go with a fucking Robin Hood shared universe? That's just
Friar
grasping
Tuck,
at
yes.
straws. Like
I
the
t-
Friar Tuck movie. What the fuck is that gonna be?
It's a silent night, and a deadly night at that.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would, this is my free idea, Hollywood, if you want it. At the end of this Robin Hood movie, it's like the Robin Hood multiverse. And this kid is going to meet like Kevin Costner, and he's going to meet Russell Crowe, and everyone who's still alive who has been Robin Hood. Sean Connery was Robin Hood once. Just bring them all in. And it's just like, hey, the new kid needs our help. Let's go. And then it's
Yeah,
just
we
like,
got the guy from Men in Tights and a CGI version of Errol Finn.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's tasteless, but hey, let's do it.
Yeah, so like that's the thing for me that was always really smart is Terry McGinnis is not Bruce Wayne 2.0. He is a very distinct and independent character with his own pathos and stuff. And yeah, like everyone goes, "Oh, Batman Beyond's just a Spider-Man show, but with Batman." I'm like, yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. The parallels are there, but I don't know, man. Terry McGinnis could beat the shit out of Peter Parker. Like, obviously not Spider-Man, but, like, Terry McGinnis is, like, Peter Parker is the really smart kid who gets, like, picked on. Terry McGinnis is the kid who sits in the back of the class. They're very,
Yeah,
like the similarities between them end with the fact that they're in high school.
The thing is,
for
like,
me.
who would you want to rather hang out with during, like, lunch? Terry or Peter?
Yeah, exactly. Terry's not, like, the cool or the popular kid, but he's not like a dork that's mocked or anything. Like, you know, Spider-Man: Homecoming just came out, and there's that whole thing with Flash getting on the microphone or whatever and going like, "Penis Parker, Penis Parker." Like, no, that's not. No one's gonna do that to Terry. Terry has bullies he has to deal with, but how he deals with them is not run away from them or anything. Terry fought. Terry was a scrapper. He was like, you know. I relate to Terry McGinnis in a lot of ways, in a lot more ways than I do Peter Parker, personally. Like, I remember getting in fights in high school and stuff. I remember being kind of the weird kid in the back of the classroom. And I relate to Terry McGinnis a lot more than I ever did Peter Parker. Because I'm not a super genius, despite what I tell myself. So, like, yeah, they definitely do have similarities being in high school and dealing with the whole teen drama thing. But, I mean, I think you could say that for any teenage superhero. We've done that shit with the Robins for years. We've done that shit with all the teenage superheroes and sidekicks.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, Terry kind of feels a little different in that everyone, like, all the other teen superheroes are very awkward or very, like, you know, they're kind of like, they stay to themselves. Terry's more like, no, I choose to be kind of out on my own, and if you get in my way or harass me, I'm going to knock a tooth out of your mouth.
I know. That's the best part about Terry McGinnis is his first solution to shit is just fight.
I will say some things that I really like in that chapter, where I do like the makeup effect on Aku. I love the teeth and mouth, the way it was designed.
Oh yeah, it looks totally like the masks, the original samurai mask that it's supposed to be based on, which is cool.
Yeah, that, especially when he wasn't talking at first and then he started moving his mouth. I thought that looked really nice. And when they were fighting, I loved how that hand came out.
Mm-hmm. It was a cool idea. I'm a little shaky on the execution a little bit, but
yeah,
it is still pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I think it mimics a lot of his effects and powers, and I think it was done well enough to come off as creepy, which I thought worked really well. And that's, I don't know, that's kind of it. It's just the fight part in the second chapter is a little disappointing.
Yeah. And again, I feel like there's a lot you can do given that Aku is just straight black. Like, at one point in the original pilot for Samurai Jack, like, there's just Jack in front of a giant black wall, all but for Aku's face. Everything around him is just black, so he can just morph and take up, and there's no texture to it, there's no nothing, so you don't even have to worry about that. So, like, you could conceivably film a hand with some, like, fake prosthetic claws or something attached to it, and just film that in front of a green screen, and then just do a really, really hard pull and mask effect to just create a perfectly black hand with no contours or lighting on it. And that would probably look better than, I feel like, the black makeup hand that they used. And it'd look a lot better than having Aku be a guy that Jack's fighting. I feel that really underwhelms the scale and the unspeakable evil that is Aku.
Let's do the rest of this review talking like Aku. How about that?
Okay!
Yes!
For the next 9 minutes!
There was a problem I had with the music choice in film.
Yeah.
Ah!